Hey guys, it's Shay and welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. And as you can tell by the title of this video, I want to talk about like anime tubers or anime YouTubers and like manga tubers or manga YouTubers, and kind of how sometimes a lot of us compare our numbers or compare our views or compare our subscribers to another person's views or subscriber count. And sometimes we might compare our views and subscriber count to people that aren't even within that fandom but other fandoms, and then kind of get frustrated or discouraged that our growth isn't like another person's. And I mostly want to talk about this because it seems like it's something a lot of us have struggled with. I know I currently still struggle with this, and I know it's kind of like hard when you're struggling with something like this because it can really cause you to be really sad. It can cause you to like wonder whether or not you should continue with doing YouTube, if you should continue, recording videos, or if you should just like give up because you feel like your growth isn't going anywhere. Now for me, like I've been doing YouTube now for almost 5 years, and to show for it, I have like 2,050 subscribers, and my views barely sometimes will hit 100 views, and it can be disheartening or sad, when you see that and then compare it to somebody else's. And I'm using myself as an example because that's the greatest example that I can give. And it's not like I'm saying like, oh, subscribe or whatever. No, it's just pretty much like I'm just using my channel as an example because purely like that is the best example that I can give. But there are times, going back to that with me, I will look at other people's, subscriber count, and I will like wonder like, well, what am I doing wrong? Why don't I have anything to show for it? Or I'll think like maybe I should just give up on this. Maybe I should just stop. But then I have to really think about like, well, do I enjoy recording these videos? And I have to say, yeah, I do. I enjoy recording this. I enjoy talking about anime. I enjoy talking about manga. I enjoy, doing all this. And I have to think about, well, why would I stop then? But that's what the numbers game can do for you. Do to you, not for you. Do to you. It can cause you to doubt anything that you've ever done because you feel like you don't have the numbers to show for it. And I think one thing overall we have to like think about or realize is that everyone's growth on YouTube is going to be very different. No one's growth is going to be the same. But you have to, understand that you can't compare your growth to somebody else's. And I know it's hard because like I said, I'm still struggling with this, but it's something you have to realize that if you do that, it's just going to tear you apart. And I know that there was last week I put out a tweet that it was the first time in a long time that I really enjoyed, watching anime and really enjoyed reading manga. And it was because I, for the longest time, was like watching anime and reading manga so that I could review it, not for the enjoyment, but just so that I could review it. And it was kind of like, after a while, I was just like, well, those videos don't do well, so why am I reviewing manga or why am I reviewing anime? But in reality, I was still doing them, but I was kind of like not enjoying anime because I felt like at that point it was a job. It wasn't because I was watching it for entertainment. So I recently, as you guys saw, like decided to start doing wrap-up videos, and me deciding to do that was kind of the best thing because I then started to enjoy it again. I started to watch it because I wanted to watch it, not watched it because I need to do a review on this. I watched it so that I could just enjoy what I was watching, the same way that I read Fushigi Yugi and Bukaiden because a lot of people were actually reading it, and I was like, this seems like a really cool manga to read, and that's exactly what I did. So I just overall am just like, when you play the numbers game and when you're playing the subscriber game or it's the views kind of a game, like it can cause you to not enjoy what you're making anymore or what you're viewing anymore because it's gonna seem like it's a job and you're only doing it at that point for the views, or you think what the views are, but you have to do basically what's best for you. And it's kind of hard for me to completely explain this topic because like I said, I still struggle with this, but that's just kind of like for me how I'm kind of feeling about it. But that's mostly what I want to say. And honestly, also, like, instead of looking at someone else's growth, and like comparing it to yours, how about if you watch someone's growth, you number one, celebrate their success, especially if someone that you know in the community that you're in, that you celebrate their growth and celebrate their milestones, because there's nothing better I can say than sometimes like celebrating someone else's success, because a lot of times it can give you motivation, and that's what a lot of us should do. We should celebrate other people's successes, and then if we're looking to go that same route, let it motivate us to get there. And maybe sometimes even ask questions like, hey, how did you do that? Like, I thought that was really cool. Can you show me? You know, those kinds of things. But let it motivate you, not, you know, make you jealous, you know, or make you upset. And that was something that actually I read something very similar from another anime YouTuber on Twitter who actually said something like that, who was just like, you know, don't use other people's subscriber count or views as a way to bring down your own. This is kind of like the gist of what he said, but don't let subscriber count or views kind of bring down you or make you jealous or upset. Use it as, you know, motivation for you to keep going, and like a motivation of like, man, like I saw that they can do it, so I know that I can definitely do it, kind of a thing. Just the same way most of us have ever seen, you know, as a little kid, seeing people on TV and I've been like, oh wow, this person looks like me on TV, they can make it, then I obviously can make it, you know, that kind of a thing. But overall, that's kind of what I want to say about it. And like the TLDR, I guess, as you guys want to say, is don't compare your numbers to somebody else's, don't compare your growth to somebody else's, and use instead that for like motivation for you to keep going, not as a way for you to say that you should give up. That's the bottom line of basically what I'm saying. And be more open with talking about this with other people, because I feel like a lot of us have struggled with this, but we don't talk about it. And that's basically what I have for you guys. So pretty much at this point, I'm going to do my typical spiel, which I do at the end of all my videos. So this isn't like I'm like asking for anything, but I have links below. I have a social media, as many of you guys do also have. I have those as well. I have a Twitter, Instagram, blog. It's all down below in the description box. And of course, like always, please give this video a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't like it, then don't do the thumbs up and don't do the thumbs down either. And of course, subscribe, you know, if you like. You know, you don't have to subscribe, but, you know, subscribe if you are enjoying my videos. And of course, like, I do come out with videos 3 times a week. I come out with videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. So please click the bell icon if you want to be notified when I come out with videos on those days. And like I always tell you guys, stay positive, stay nerdy in today's day and age, stay healthy, and stay safe. All right, you guys. Bye.